The storm came without warning. Black clouds swirled above the Carpathian Mountains, swallowing the pale moonlight. Beneath the cliffs, the ancient fortress of Castle Vornak stood like a dead titan, its towers cracked and bleeding rain. The villagers below whispered that the castle was cursed, that no one who entered its gates ever came out alive. But Evelyn Hart didn't believe in curses. She was a young journalist from London, bold and curious, chasing a story about a reclusive scientist named Dr. Victor Vornak, a man once hailed as a genius before he vanished 20 years ago. Her editor wanted a feature about the mad doctor of the mountains. Evelyn wanted something more, a name that would make her famous. She arrived at the castle just as lightning split the sky. The massive iron gates groaned open as if expecting her. She hesitated, clutching her raincoat tighter, and stepped through. Inside, the air smelled of dust, chemicals, and rot. The echo of her boots filled the great hall, where portraits of grim-faced ancestors stared from the walls. A single candle flickered on a table. Beside it, an open book filled with symbols and anatomical sketches. "Dr. Vornak," she called out. A figure appeared in the shadows, tall, skeletal, wrapped in a long black coat. His hair was silver, his face gaunt but strangely regal. "You shouldn't be here," he said, voice deep and tired. "I've come to write about you," she said, holding up a recorder. "The world wants to know why you disappeared." His eyes flickered, not with anger, but something like grief. "The world never cared what it took from me." Evelyn followed him through corridors lined with machinery, cages, tubes, strange contraptions humming with green energy. Beneath the castle, the laboratory pulsed like the heart of some slumbering beast. Vornak paused beside a long metal table. On it lay the form of a woman covered with a sheet. Evelyn froze. "What is that?" "My wife," Vornak said quietly. "She died 20 years ago. But I'm close, so close, to bringing her back." Evelyn stepped closer, heart pounding. "That's impossible." He smiled faintly. "Life and death are but doors. I only need the right key." As thunder rolled, he pulled the sheet back. The corpse beneath was pale, beautiful, and perfectly preserved. The veins glowed faintly blue under the skin. Evelyn recoiled. She's not decayed." "Formalin and electricity," Vornak said, his voice trembling with obsession. "I rebuilt her heart with metal and glass. All she needs now is a spark, a living mind." Evelyn felt cold dread spread through her. "A mind." He turned toward her, eyes glinting. "You came to me willingly, Miss Hart. You are young, intelligent. Your brain would fit perfectly." She stumbled back. "You're insane." "Insane?" he shouted, slamming his hand onto the table. "Love drives men to madness. You will help me, or you will die as she did, unfinished." Evelyn turned and ran. The castle came alive with noise, gears turning, chains rattling, the roar of thunder echoing through the halls. She darted through a narrow passage, into a room filled with glass tanks where twisted shapes floated in glowing fluid. Half human, half animal, experiments gone wrong. A shriek echoed behind her. Vornak's shadow stretched across the floor. She grabbed a rusted pipe, swung, and shattered one of the tanks. The creature inside, a grotesque, eyeless thing, spilled out, writhing across the floor. Vornak cursed, trying to stop it, but the monster lunged at him, its claws tearing at his coat. Evelyn bolted up the stairs. She burst into the main hall, but the front door was sealed shut by heavy chains. She turned toward the grand staircase, hearing Vornak's voice echoing behind her. "You cannot leave. You are the bride of the monster now." She ran, up and up, until she reached the top tower. The storm outside raged, lightning flashing through shattered windows. Vornak appeared behind her, holding a syringe filled with luminous fluid. "Don't fight it, Evelyn. Together, we will live forever." She backed away, trembling. "I'd rather die than become your experiment." The syringe gleamed as he lunged. She ducked, grabbing a broken rod from the floor, and plunged it into the electrical panel beside her. Sparks exploded, and a surge of lightning struck the tower. The current leapt across the room, catching the wires that hung from the ceiling. It arced straight into Vornak's machine, and into his wife's corpse below. A blinding flash filled the castle. The walls shook. Evelyn screamed as the tower collapsed. When the smoke cleared, she awoke amid ruins. The castle burned around her, timbers collapsing in waves of fire. She coughed, crawling toward the exit, and froze. In the flames stood a silhouette, tall, feminine, moving slowly toward her. The dead bride. Her eyes glowed with electric light, her skin patchworked with metal and flesh. "Evelyn," she whispered in two voices at once, her own and the voice of something else. "Help me." Evelyn backed away. "You're alive." The creature's face twisted in pain. "He made me from both of us. I am her and you." Evelyn screamed as the creature reached for her. The burning ceiling gave way, and both women fell into darkness. When rescuers arrived 2 days later, they found only ashes and 2 sets of footprints leading into the forest. Weeks later, in a small village hospital, a woman awoke. Her hair was dark, her skin pale as porcelain. The doctor said she'd been struck by lightning, her body rebuilt with metal pins and scars. She didn't remember her name, only fragments of a voice whispering, "Bride of the monster." That night, as the moon rose, she stared at her reflection in the window. Her eyes flickered blue, and somewhere deep in the mountains, thunder rolled again, and something ancient opened its eyes.